afternoon. Pastor Rob from South Lake Church. It's a pleasure to be with you guys on this beautiful Veterans Day down here in Texas. And a reminder of all those who are serving, who have served, as a way of protecting and being there for our country. So thank you for everybody. And then just because I'm an embarrassing brother, a shout out to my sister Francie. Happy birthday. And a blessing to all the girlies up there in Illinois. Well, welcome to another noon devotion through Immerse here at South Lake Church, where we just gather together and read through the Bible. And the cool part, whether you're watching online with the devotion or spending time on reading the book, you have others that are doing this with you. And we're currently going to we're starting from the beginning with the book of Genesis and handling those different stories you've either heard at Sunday school or heard people talk about. And it's just, it's interesting going back and reading through it. And why it's exciting for us here at South Lake Church is because we just finished the New Testament with Immerse, about who Jesus is, how he died for us in that relationship. And by going back now to Genesis, we're learning more about why was that so important. Why are you and I right now, for everybody who's watching, why we're here. And so we ask 4 questions when we meet together at Noah's Ark Cafe, 8 a.m. Saturdays. Just take 6:46 to hit the water. Can't miss it. And we ask 4 questions. Was there anything new or things that stood out to you from this past week? Do you have questions? Has your relationship with God changed at all? How will this impact your week? And that's what we do. We gather together, whether coffee or a Bloody Mary or a screwdriver, and we ask those questions about each other. We love for you to be a part of that, and I can guarantee it, if you're new, somebody will actually cover your breakfast. So we'd love for you to be a part of it. So what about our reading today? So our reading goes from Adam and Eve being kicked out of the garden, goodbye, to really seeing when we talk about the fall, sin, and brokenness in the world, how it really evolved. Hey, Roger, how's it going? I'm glad you can join us. Well, welcome. And so we see this fall happen, not just through Adam and Eve, but also their sons. We see this through Cain and Abel, through a sacrifice that Cain would do. So Abel would have his herds, Cain would have his vegetables, or not vegetables, just what he was growing, farming. And they would offer up to God. And for some reason, God liked Abel's and didn't like Cain's. Doesn't say why. And a lot of times we think because Cain's heart, head, it could be any of those things, but the word doesn't tell us. All it says is, for some reason, God wasn't pleased with it. And because of that, again, we don't know because of Cain himself or with God, Cain became jealous, upset, and then God warned him that his actions and these feelings are like the devil at a doorstep, waiting to pounce. And unfortunately, and eventually they do, as he kills his brother with a famous line said now for centuries, when someone gets called out or wants to know what's going on, am I my brother's keeper? That comes from the story of Cain and Abel. And Cain will go on to live a life and have descendants and watch that destruction continue forward. Well, the scriptures pick up that Adam and Eve will continue to have another son, sons and daughters, and one of them, named Seth, will be the line which we're all from. And our reading today ends or stops right as this guy named Noah gets introduced. So I have a feeling what tomorrow's reading is going to be about. We're going to see more how God worked through that. Now, there's some crazy things in our reading today. It talks about the sons of God and the daughters of men. We're getting together, having children. Are these angels? What's happening? I don't know. I've heard it put one way. It's just cosmic confusion. And we see that here. And you have these Nephilim, which are these giants, these soldiers, or heroes. And by the way, this Nephilim, later on, we're going to read about them again. So it's really interesting to even see that name in our reading today. I promise that's a name that you just don't skip over. We'll come back to that one. We see how the world's a mess. And we see how today it continues to be a mess. And yet there's hope that God will work through these families, these people, to restore this relationship. So, did you learn anything new today? I'm guessing the whole sons of God, men and daughters, and them having babies, that might be a new thing for you. Maybe you know where the line, "Am I my brother's keeper?" comes from. Or realizing that the Bible chronicles both how broken these family lines are of people, but how also God continues to work through it. And this is where we get to Noah. Oh yeah, not to mention, they all live a long time, these people. Does this change anything about our relationship with God? That through brokenness, through hurt, through these relationships, God continues to work through that to bring people back to Him. This is why you and I are even watching this on Facebook together, is because through His Son, that relationship was made new. And we're watching and we're reading right now the start of how all that began. What kind of impact is that going to have on your life this week? Knowing that whatever brokenness that you are dealing with, what you're struggling with, God continues to work through that. Not that so you can be the best you, not so you can have the best potential of whatever life has for you, but because through you, others get to know Him. And that whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're struggling with, that brokenness, God makes anew so that others can experience Him, Jesus Christ. Well, hey guys, thanks for spending a few moments today. Again, Roger, thanks for joining us. Because here at South Lake Church, we engage, grow, and share Jesus in our community relationships. We do this together. Because at the end of the day, this is about relationships with Jesus. And I love to have that relationship with you. Join us 8 a.m. at Noah's Ark Cafe. We're also online, so send a message. We can always get you to join us online via Zoom. And of course, we meet at Hometown Heroes Park, 10:30-ish, keyword ish, every Sunday. As we again focus on this relationship that we have with our Father, thanks to Jesus. God bless every day. And again, I encourage you to continue to read and join us daily as we go through the book of Genesis and the first 5 books of the Bible. God bless everybody.